Oh my goodness, this is technically the 100th video. I can't believe it. I didn't even ever think I'd make 100 videos. Whoa. So I appreciate your patience with me. Really, I do. This is, if you want to get the long version of this, go to Google and put in the words Brigham Young, Brigham, I think. Is it? Or is it? I think that's right. Having a brain freeze. Brigham Young and put in the word gold, Gold, and wheat, Wheat, and you'll get the long version of this. But I'm going to just condense it a little bit. He was speaking to members of the church, obviously many years ago because he's dead, and he was trying to convince them that they shouldn't waste things. And he basically would say, you know, he basically was asking them about letting their wheat sit in their fields and not harvesting it because they had enough. So they'd let it sit, let it go to waste, and he wasn't happy with that. And he basically said, if you have more than you need, call your neighbors in and let them have it, or let somebody else have it, but don't let it go to waste. And then he said, pause for a moment and suppose you had millions of bushels to sell and could sell it for $20 per bushel, or for $1,000,000 per bushel, no matter what amount, so that you sell all your wheat and transport it out of the country, and you are left with nothing more than a pile of gold. What good would it do you? You could not eat it, drink it, wear it, or carry it off where you could have something to eat. The time will come that gold will hold no comparison in value to a bushel of wheat. Gold is not to be compared with it in value. Why would it be precious to you now? Simply because you could get gold for it? Gold is good for nothing, only as men value it. It is no better than a piece of iron, a piece of limestone, or a piece of sandstone, and it is not half so good as the soil from which we raise our wheat and other necessities of life. The children of men love it, they lust after it, are greedy for it, and are ready to destroy themselves and those around them over whom they have any influence to gain it. I just thought it was interesting. I guess you could say that his prophecy was fulfilled after the war. I heard stories which I need to Google and look them up and become more familiar with them about money having no value after World War II. I think it was in Germany, and after World War II, they basically said that a wheelbarrow full of money wouldn't buy you anything. And I heard stories about people getting on the trains with their possessions in the early part of the day and going out into the country and trying to barter their possessions for foodstuffs. But it's true, you can't eat gold. It was interesting because I had said that myself. I don't know what it was in reference to. I had said and written it myself that you can't eat gold, and then I read this afterward, and it says, let's see, why would it be precious to you now? Let's see. I'm going to lose my place. Oh, you could not eat it, drink it, wear it, or carry it off where you could have something to eat. I guess I'm not I'm not a jewelry person. I wear my wedding ring, and I just am not into cars and houses and jewelry, or the things that money can buy. I'm into, show me a can of freeze-dried strawberries or freeze-dried raspberries, and I could get into that. But uh, gold just has never been anything that was interesting to me. So just as a little ditty, I thought it was interesting. I thought it cracks me up. If you've ever done this, just forgive me for saying this. It completely cracks me up when I hear people say that they're going to store something like cigarettes. I hate to use that example, I'm sorry, but they're going to buy cigarettes so that they could use that to barter for something if times got scarce. And I thought, why would you want to do that? You're going to barter cigarettes for needle and thread? Well, why don't you just go buy the needle and thread and put that in storage? Or are you going to, I could see, I suppose, if it was for a service, like you wanted somebody to set your broken leg, or I can't think of too much. I can't think of too much you'd want to barter it for, really. But it just cracks me up. I just think, are they're gonna store whiskey so that they can barter it? Barter it for what? Charcoal? store charcoal. You know, it just doesn't make any sense to me. But I would prefer to just store what you think you're going to need instead of storing something to barter. So, and even buying silver and gold as a hedge against, I'm not sure what. I just don't understand. I don't understand the concept. I if everybody doesn't have something, and I'm not saying that it's ever going to turn out this way, ever, 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 but if everybody doesn't have bread or meat or whatever, and you're going to take your silver over and trade for that, I don't think so. What good is the silver going to do somebody if people don't have the necessities of life? So it just makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. I don't understand what value silver and gold have to start with. It just, I could see if it, if you put it in a computer chip and it did something. I don't know. So forgive me for being silly. Just thought you might enjoy the quote. Have a great day.